Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. As we had reported to you, the court in the federal case of Goncalves et al. Versus Washington State University back on April 14th ordered the parties to meet and confer through counsel and to put together a joint scheduling report to be filed on or before the hard deadline of May 26th. 2026. And as we also reported to you, that joint scheduling report was filed on the 26th on its due date. There's been conversation in the general public ever since it was stated that Mr. Kohberger was listed by one of the parties as a potential witness in this case. So now that the scheduling report where the parties are asking that trial be set June 1st, 2027 approximately, discovery cutoff to occur just before then, many are wondering, will Mr. Kohberger be set for a deposition as a non-party? The answer appears to be there is a possibility that that will happen. Not only was he named as a possible witness already, but we know also by looking at the complaint and the answer and affirmative defenses that both sides referenced Mr. Kohberger in their respective pleadings. And then in yesterday's status report that was filed jointly by the parties, Mr. Kohberger is once again very prominently discussed here. Indeed, one needs to go no further than page 1 of this 10-page document to see that the parties have stated under a statement of the nature and complexity of the case that this civil action arises out of the unalivings of 4 University of Idaho students on November 13th, 2022 by Brian Kohberger. And at the time of these unalivings, Mr. Kohberger was a graduate student and teaching assistant at Washington State University. And it also states that he was attending class at WSU's Criminal Justice and Criminology Department. So then the question is, how would they go about, one or the other party, setting Mr. Kohberger's deposition? Well, the setting of a deposition in federal courts are governed by the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, specifically Rule 20, deposition by oral examination. And per this rule, it states that any party may ask oral questions and depose any person that is a party or a non-party. So do expect that the plaintiffs will likely be noticing the depositions of representatives of Washington State University, and by the same token, WSU will likely be noticing the plaintiff's depositions. But with regard to a non-party, the deposition of Mr. Kohberger would be different than the deposition of other non-parties that this joint status report stated. There are going to be numerous non-party depositions that are expected. With Mr. Kohberger, there's the issue that this would be an out-of-state proceeding because this action is in the federal court in Washington. Mr. Kohberger is housed at the prison in Idaho, just outside of Boise. There would be additional extra hoops that would need to be gone through. The warden would need to be involved. So there are other procedures that govern when a party is seeking to take a deposition of an incarcerated person. Bottom line is that, yes, it's possible that Mr. Kohberger's deposition will be set at some point in future. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.